Maths or physics, differentiation 5. We'll add more methods of finding out the derivative. Today, we will discuss an important thing called derivative of a composite function. Derivative of a composite function. Derivative of a composite function. Okay, we'll just try to do it as simple in a way as possible. Until now, we were dealing with one function. What is one function? We said function is like a box here. Some input you give. Function does something here and gives out an output. That's what we said. For example, if y equals root of t, this y is also called f of x anyway, we know. Root of x, let me say. The x is the input, y is the output. So if I put x equals 25, I'll get y as 5 plus or minus 5, like that. And something else you put, something comes out. So this is just only one function we had, a square function, a sine function, a tangent function, an e power x function, an a power x function, a log function, like that we had. Now we'll formulate a composite function by 2 or 3 functions. An example only I'll start with. Y equals log of sine x. So sine is one function. You put x for sine, that will produce an output. Make it as an input for log function once again. So what you get is a composite function. Similarly, say some y equals, of course, you will talk in more mathematical way later. F of g, g of f, whatever, so much what you call formulation is there in your functions lesson there. But for me, I just require so much. Like the mapping will be done from here to here first. Some 1, 2, 3, 4 you can have. Some 1, 2, 3, 4 you can have. Like that you can have. And one more, you can have some 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. So this to this, this to this, this to that you can have. For example, from here to there you can have. So now just from here to here, how it is mapping, you can see. You can remove this and show directly from here to here. That's what you mean by a composite function. This is a composite function involving 2 functions, but I can also make a composite function involving 3 functions, for example. Okay, probably log root of ax plus b. There's ax plus b is one function. Square is another function. Log of that is another function. See, you already have function 1 here or f here. Now whatever output comes, you put into one more box, g, for example. So some h of x you can write as f of g of x, like that. A new function. But as I told you, don't worry about that formulation too much. My point is this. We discussed few functions. Y equals x bar n you have. Y equals sin x you have. Y equals log x to the base you have. Y equals some e power x you have. Like that, some 10 functions we gave a table. 6 trigonometric functions, 7, 8, 9. One more is y equals a power x. Some 10 functions I have. Now using these single boxes, single functions, I can formulate few more functions, which I call as composite functions. Okay. So once you understood what is this composite function, then you can find out how to get the derivative of it. So, like I told you, there are many ways of representing that algebraically, something like a machine here, or something like a mapping thing here. And you can write a table and also show that. I've already told you a function there on the paper can be represented in various ways. You can give a table giving values of x and y, or you can show from one element of this to one element of that by putting these oval shaped figures, or you can algebraically write like that. So we will be mostly interested in writing it in algebraic form like this. Like these are the functions here. You can formulate few more functions. How? Y equals, tell me, sine of log x. Y equals sine of log x. So log x, in this we put x input first. That will become something. That will be the input for sine function now. So that's what I want you to understand. Tell me. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So if that is clear, we can proceed as to how to calculate the derivative of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Other children?
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll continue. Of course, as I told you, this functions business you will learn in mathematics in great many details. Even in intermediate syllabus, there's a heavy duty mathematics, good mathematics, good scientific mathematics we have. Only problem generally is even there people only just follow the patterns more than trying to understand why a problem should be done in a particular way. In mathematics, the challenge is this: why only this way? Why not some other way? And is there an elegant way of solving the problem? That is actually the spirit of mathematics. Okay, but for physics, you require very, very elementary mathematics. Of course, elementary doesn't mean it's silly, it is very fundamental. Like I told you in the beginning itself, Newton had to struggle for years to get into this business of infinitesimals. Only after he could put them in a mathematical sense, he could formulate his laws. Okay, so a simple meaning, but you can't say, look, children, don't misunderstand it. Y equals sine x into e power x is not a composite function, the product of two functions. You understand my point? Sine x into e to the power x is not a composite function. It is product of two functions. But what is composite function? If you want to say y equals e power sine x, you can make a composite function. How? There's sin x there. You put an input here. Huh? That will become the output for e power function, and then you get some output out of it. Do you understand my point? Children?
Yes.
Huh? So once this is understood, next job is we can do in a jiffy. Very quickly we can develop a technique to find out the dy by dx of a composite function. I will continue. Just I'll give you the freedom. Tell me one composite function like we did now. If y equals, tell me some kind of a function on your own. Vasist, take up chance.
Tan of ex, tan of e to the power of x.
Tan of e power x. Tan of e power x means what? Let me say e power tan x, I'll write. Like you go. E power tan x is a function now. You need to decide there are two functions. Anyway, I've given you a table of 10 functions, right? The table you remember to begin with. 10 functions we had. On the side, you write them. And just check whether two of those functions are making up this function. Right? How to find out the derivative? Find dy by dx. Okay. I'll tell you a very systematic approach first. Later, I'll tell you how to write it quickly. Say u equals tan x. So that y equals e power u. That way you can see both the functions clearly. Y equals e power u. So that's what I mean by e power x function and then tan x. So instead of writing this tan x as tan x, I'm saying this u is tan x, so that first I look at e function, exponential function. So if y is a function of u here, what will I calculate, children? Dy by du I can calculate. That will be e to the power u again. But I want dy by dx, not dy by du. Do you follow? Huh?
Yes, sir.
From here, I can calculate du by dx. U is a function of x, no? So du by dx, if I calculate, that will be secant square x. Now from these two things, I'll get my dy by dx. Dy by dx equals, look, dy by du into du by dx. Am I correct? This is dy by du.
Yes, sir.
This is du by dx. So du going away, it will become dy by dx. So what will be that now? E to the power u secant square x, which is e power u is once again tan x. Put it back. E power tan x secant square x. This is done elaborately to tell. This is called a substitution method. It's nothing like giving any name because you're substituting some other variable in the place of tan x. We are writing substitution method. Once you understood this, look, I'll tell you how to write it at one go. First is the e power functioning. So e power x function's derivative is e power x. But in the place of x here, I had full tan x. So I'll write e power tan x into d of tan x by dx. First, this is e function, then tan function. So what will I get? Into I'm writing here because you see, this is the meaning. Dy by du into dy by dx. So e power tan x. D of tan x by dx is secant square x. Come on. I'll give you a lot of practice, but do it now. And if you couldn't catch the logic, tell me somewhere. Because if it is done, one more thing is there, that is the maximum minima. Then our lesson called differentiation is over.
Then, sir. Then, sir.
Suraj done. Others, I'm waiting.
Done.
2 minutes, sir. 2 minutes.
Yeah. Now we'll take some random function like that, and you involve yourself into the whole thing, because here itself the learning will be over. I told you already, these are the mathematical tools. So we need to get ourselves ready with tools very fast. You cannot go on dealing with tools only for long, because actual job is there. Okay, children, shall I change?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, take up one more example of your own. Y equals sine of 2x or 2x plus 3. Let me write in the beginning. Previously, we had only sine x. This single box. Sine is the function. It is not sine, it is sine function and as well ax plus b function, isn't it? Hello. The trick is to decide which are the two functions. Hello. Do we have two functions here or not?
Yes,
You
sir.
know.
Yes.
So find dy by dx. So let us try with the substitution, full substitution. Tell me, Enoch, what should I do? Say u equals 2x plus 3, whereby du by dx, I'll get straight away here. 2x derivative is 1,
Yes, sir.
3
3 0.
derivative is 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, since u equals this, it implies y equals sine u,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So dy by du is what? Tell me.
Sine u. That is cos u.
Cos u, that's all. So dy by dx equals
dy by du.
this into that.
Yes, sir.
2 cos u, that is 2
2 cos
cos
sine 2x plus 3.
2x plus 3. That's all. Very limited kind of an approach we have, but very useful. All right. Suhita, can you tell me one more example of your own? Log of ax plus b. Now, shall we write it straight away without substitution?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. First log function, for example, or first ax plus b function, doesn't matter. Log function's derivative is what? 1 by x, right? In the place of x, like I have u, 1 by u. Do you follow? That is
Yes,
dy
sir.
by du into differentiation of ax plus b. Even with this step also is not required for you to understand. I am writing too many steps. 1 by ax plus b into ax plus b's derivative. B's derivative is 0. That's a constant. Ax derivative x is 1. So a. So answer is what? A by
x plus b.
b. Okay. Hi children. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now fourth one. Y equals log root of x square plus 1. Now I've given you 3. You need not to bother. 1 by 1, you just keep doing. Log x derivative is how much? 1 by x.
1
All
by
this you can think of some u children. Huh? Hello.
yes, sir.
Is the cursor moving? Can you see the cursor moving around it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
All that is like u. So log u will be 1 by u. Right?
Yes, sir.
But there is one more function, root function. Isn't it? Log function, root function, x square plus 1. So root function's derivative, if y equals root x children, what did I write for dy by dx if you remember? Root function is x to the power n function, this is. Half x half minus 1 did we write? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now
Sir.
this function's derivative will be, if I think this is v again, we thought the whole thing was u. That's why 1 by u came. Now the inside is u, some v, root v, like root x. So 1 by 2 root x square plus 1 into x square plus 1 derivative, d of x square plus 1 by dx. So what do I get? 1 by 2 into x square plus 1 into d of x square plus 1, 2x plus 0. So that will be your answer. Tell me.
Sam, I didn't quite understand how we got 2x square plus 1.
X square derivative is 2x, right?
Uh-huh.
One derivative is 0. The whole trick is to recognize your number of functions there out of the 10 functions we mentioned. Look, this is 1. This root is other function. Log is other function.
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
So which order you write this in unimportant. You can write the derivative of this function first, derivative of this and derivative of this, or you can go from log to root to x square plus 1. All intos, that's all. It is logic more than anything else.
How did we got 2 root x square plus 1?
Did I show it here? This is root 1. Like if I take it as separate functions, for example, some u equals root of x square, root x function, root of v, du by dv will be what? 1 by 2 root v, like we did here. This root is one more function. We're not recognizing the function. Power half into x square plus 1 to the power half minus 1. In the place of x, I'm getting x square plus 1. Okay. Are you listening to me?
Okay, sir.
Look,
Yes,
this
sir.
is log
Yes,
function
sir.
1 by this thing. Root function's derivative is 1 by 2 root x. X square plus 1 derivative is 2x. Huh? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Rita. Can I continue?
Done, sir.
Yes.
I will give you few problems now for your own exercise. Now only, not later. But I'll give you time for you to keep doing. Huh? Remember, I'm just putting other things also here, the old ones. Huh? Not that it should be a composite function. Come on. You can keep asking while doing. If you have a problem, you can keep asking. And if you thought you got it, you can also tell me. You need not have to be quiet. Huh?
Sir, once can you show the previous slide, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
As you keep doing, you can just keep talking to me also.
Sir, is first one secant square x by tan x?
Just a minute. Sujita is saying dy by dx for this is log of tan x, that is 1 by tan x into tan x derivative secant square x. Okay.
Which is secant square x by tan x.
Yeah. If you want to simplify, you can write 1 by cos square x, the sin x by cos x. You can take it up, whatever you want to simplify, you can simplify. That's not a big deal. You get cos x by sin x into 1 by cos square x, 1 cos this. So 1 by sin x cos x, just for the sake of trigonometry thing. We can write it as cosecant x, secant x, right? 1 by sin x is cosecant x, 1 by cos x is secant x. So cosecant x, secant x, something like that. You can. That's not very important. Okay. This step is important, right? Because anyway, trigonometry you will do so much later. Right. That's agreed.
Sir, is the second one 2 cos of log x square by x?
Just a minute. dy by dx equals, tell me, you're writing sine function first.
Yes, sir.
Tell me cos
Cos of log x square
log x square
into 1 by x square
into 1 by x square
into
into
2x.
That's correct. Over. Yeah, you got the trick now. Come on. Yeah, those people who did can keep talking to me. Because once I get convinced that you did it, then we can move to the next heading.
Sir, third one we should take it in the
U by
form
V.
of u by v.
That's all.
Okay.
Good. Come on. Deliberately, I just had thrown one in the middle. Not to forget the old ones.
Sir, how to proceed with fifth one, sir?
Vishnuvardhan,
Fifth one. Y is equal to sin cube x.
sixth one
So fifth.
here. This one,
Fifth one, sir. Fifth. Yes, sir.
just a minute. I'll come back to that. Let people finish one after the other.
Yeah.
So somebody tell me for the third one. Dy by dx. We'll try to write in 1 or 2 steps, not more than 2 steps. So yeah, could you please someone tell me how to write for third one?
4x plus 5 into 2.
Right, 4x plus 5 into differentiation of that one, 2, good, minus
2x plus 3 times 4.
Minus 2x
into 4.
plus 3.
That's
Yes,
good.
sir.
By
4x plus 5.
4x plus 5 whole square. Yes, sir.
over.
Plus 5 whole
That's
square.
all. You got the trick now. Agreed. Aman, are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Good. And fourth, can you try, Aman? See, the full class I've given only for this. Huh? So that we can, without being on the defensive, can use all this in later parts, especially kinematics. Remember, if you do physics using mathematics, that really refines your method of learning. Refines means it actually makes you think more accurately, because many a
There is
time.
the answer for fourth answer, e
Hmm.
power ax plus b times a.
Just a minute, I'll write for you. 1 second, sir. For this, tell me dy by dx equals, who is telling this? Sai Ganesh. Yeah, tell me.
Yes. For derivative of e power ax plus b is e power ax plus b itself, sir.
Right, into derivative of ax plus b.
Derivative of ax plus b is a.
That's over. Nice.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now, who will start fifth?
Sir, so I think we can write sin cube x as sin x into sin x into sin x.
That will be a little lengthy. This is, see, sin cube x is nothing but sin x whole cube, right? Huh?
Oh, right. Yes, sir.
So is it not like x upon n?
Yes,
So,
sir.
Yes, sir.
so dy by dx can be written as
3 times
3 times
Sin
sine square x, isn't it? 3
Yes,
minus
sir.
1 becomes square sine square x into derivative of
9x.
Cos
sin x.
x.
Cos. Okay. That's all. Okay, enough. Enough,
sir.
Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
Good. Come on. Now go for the sixth one. I told you, keep talking. As soon as you got something, tell me. If it is going wrong, don't worry. And anytime, actually, nowadays people somehow developed a psychological issue that they should not do mistakes because too much of quantification keeps happening. But remember, no one had done anything without doing mistakes. You'll know how to do only by doing mistakes. If something is coming to a platter just like that, we'll never know how things have come, and you cannot do anything on your own later. All right. Now,
So sixth one minus sine square x
just a minute.
minus cos
Sohita,
x plus.
Sohita, just a minute. dy by dx equals, this yellow is visible there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. dy
Yes,
by
sir.
dx equals, tell me. For sixth one, Sohita is telling me.
Minus sine square x
First, this one. Sin x into
minus sine x
derivative of 1 plus cos x is minus sin x. That's correct. Minus
minus 1 plus cos x
1 plus cos x. Derivative of sin x is cos x
Cos
whole divided by
sine square x.
sin square x.
That will become minus sine square x.
Yeah, all that simplification you can do. No big deal. Okay. You also do that because
Okay, sir.
even trigonometry you get used to, right? You can also do the simplification as much as possible. Now,
Sir, seventh one.
Secant square x by 4 root of x tan x. Correct, sir?
Srivalli, you just barged in. Okay, tell me. dy by dx equals. Tell me how to write.
Root of tan x.
No.
Sir, can I try?
Yeah,
Sir, tan x to the power minus 1 by 2 by 2.
that is 1 by
1 by
2 root. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
into
Secant square x.
Valli, Srivalli.
Yes, sir.
Remember, this is root function, root x. Root x is 1 by 2 root x. Write it every time like that. X to the power half. So half
Okay.
into x to the power half minus 1. Right? That will be half into x to the power minus half. If you bring it down, 1 by 2 root x, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
So straight away. So this is for 7th. Right. I'll give more if you finish fast. Come on, children, I'm waiting.
Sir, 8 to 1 root
Just
2ax plus
just let me erase somewhere. Now Suhita is telling me how to write for 8th, isn't it?
yes, sir.
So dy by
Function
dx
we can
equals
write as- root function we can write it as 1 by 2
2 root
ax
all
square
that,
plus
right? Good,
bx
good.
plus c.
Ax square plus bx plus c into derivative of the inside one.
2a plus b.
There 2ax
into A.
plus b.
B. X is 1, so C is 0. Over. So I think you got the hold of it now. Good.
Sam, as the ninth one, 3 cos x.
3 cos x. 3 cos 3x.
No, sir, it's 3, yes, sir. 3
Isn't
cos
it?
3x. Yes, sir.
All right, yes, sir. Sorry.
Dy by dx equals, for ninth we are writing sine 3x. This 3x previously is y equals sine x only we had, now sine of 3x. So
Yes, sir.
ax plus b function and sine function. Of course, b is not there here, b is 0, but still it is a different function. So sine of 3x will become cos of 3x, right? Into 3x derivative is what? 3. Hi, hello. So 3 cos
Yes.
3x. Is it okay, children?
Yes, sir.
Then 10th one.
3 cos square x into minus sin x.
Over, that's good. So dy by dx equals, this is like x cube function. So 3x square. So 3x square here is cos square x. And cos x derivative is minus sin x. Okay. The response is good. So, but somebody else is not talking. Mochagnya. What is the other fellow's name? Dhanush and Shivacharan and others. So can I continue?
Yes, sir.
I'll
Yes,
give
sir.
another
Yes,
set
sir.
of questions, but I'll make the thing a little more difficult.
Okay, sir.
Now a combination of what all we learned, because we are almost finished with the techniques of differentiation. 1 or 2 more I'll add. Later we'll go to maxima minima. But now I'll give few more things here for exercise once again. I'll give one after, once you finish, I'll give another one. Y equals the root of x plus 3 by x plus x minus 2. You can do it, root that uv you can do, or you can straight away write and do things. Come on, whichever way you want. You tell me, I'll write for. If I take this whole thing as 1, it will be a root x function, isn't it so? Hi.
Yes, sir.
So dy by dx equals 1 by 2 root of all this. Can I do this or not? Into d of x plus 3 by x minus 2 by dx you can do.
Yes, sir.
Or you want to write root of x plus 3 in the numerator, root of x minus 2 in the denominator. You can take this as u and v and still do that. Both will be coming the same way. Hi. So that will be 1 by 2 root all this into derivative of this x minus 2 into derivative of the top 1 minus x plus 3 into derivative of the denominator 1 by x minus 2 whole square. Take it up, simplify it, whatever, or leave it like that. I'm not interested. The main idea you should be able to catch. Remember, it keeps coming all the time. It keeps coming. For you to just change the mood a little, how that this idea of dx by dt may be applied for a simple looking problem, I'll show you.
Done, sir.
All right, it is done. I'll continue with the things. Just for a change, I'll show you something here. There is a bulb like that. Okay, a pole, and bulb is glowing. There is one person walking. This height is h, and this fellow's height is h. If he's walking with v at this moment, find the at this moment, okay, instantaneous speed. This is find the speed of the shadow, or speed of his tip of the shadow, doesn't matter. Find the speed of the tip of his shadow. Just for a change in mood, I just gave it like that. Have you understood the question? So,
Sam, what is the function of his speed? Is there a function of the speed? Or?
I wanted to change your mood, I told you. Now look at this. I'll show it for you. Now, this is h. This is person. I'll put a line like that. Shadow will be formed how? Like that, isn't it? Light going in straight lines will form that shadow. Hello, do you follow this?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is his head.
Yes, sir.
This is the head here. Okay? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
This is
sir.
h. Now, when I said this is v, what do I mean by that? V equals dx by dt. You may start the origin here. This you may call as x1. So v equals dx1 by dt at this instant. Now, this I wanted. That means I require, if I say this distance is x2, at this instant, I want v of the shadow as dx2 by dt I want. In terms of h and h, because these things are the given things. Okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, if you know the properties of similar triangles, you can straight away write. If you want to use trigonometry, you will say tan theta equals h by x2, right? Opposite by adjacent, total is x2. The same tan theta is also equal to h by what? This one. x2 minus
x2 minus x1.
x1. Is it okay? Hello?
Okay.
Why am I doing it? I wanted d of x2 by d2 I wanted. All right. So can I write x2 from here or not? Huh? In terms of x1 and h. Hello.
Yes.
So whichever way you would like to write, you write x2 minus x1 by x2 equals h by h, whatever way. 1 minus x1 by x2 equals h minus h by h. Right. So 1 minus h by h equals, I'm doing unnecessary things here. Huh? All right.
Yes, sir.
1 minus h by h is x1 by x2. I wanted x2, children. Huh? So x2 equals what? x1 by 1 minus h by h. Unnecessary, lot of calculation. But anyway, doesn't matter. This 1 minus h by h is what? Constant thing, right? So derivative of the two things you do. dx2 by dt is equal to 1 minus h by h. Will I write h minus h by h? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Into dx1 by dt. So v of the shadow is equal to h by h minus h into v of the person. So that will be your answer. So simple application of the derivative. Just for a change of mode, I've given you that. It keeps coming now. Like, it's not only the logic you should catch, but also you should be able to recognize that in some other physical situation, some other branch of learning, like business mathematics or biology. Many places it keeps coming. The idea of derivatives. The previous one was only a technique of finding out the derivative. Here it's not technique, it is applying the derivative to a situation, particular situation.
Sir, have you used the quotient rule there?
Huh?
Sir, I didn't understood. How did you got V of S is equal to shadow?
I did not get. Can you make it a little more clear?
Sir, how did you get velocity of the shadow is equal to h by h minus h into V?
How did you get means the calculation are you asking?
Yes.
The total calculation you ask, you tell me. I found out a relation between x1 x1.
Yes, sir. Then
X1 is this fellow's distance from an origin here. X2 is the shadow's distance from the origin. So how do you define instantaneous velocity, rate of change of position? V equals ds by dt, all that did we not do? Huh? So I found out relation for x2, x1, then found the derivative. This side, that side. This being a constant, I wrote it a constant. So dx2 by dt is velocity of the shadow. dx1 by dt is velocity of the person. Did we not say, Array, come on, when you said v equals ds by dt instantaneous speed, what is ds? Some s2 minus s1, right?
yes,
A small one. But s1 is 0.
yes, sir.
So simply x1 minus 0 by t. x2 minus 0 by t.
Yes, sir. Got it.
But instantaneous, that is at this point we are writing. It's not delta x by delta t. Huh? That old things, as you are doing new things, you're forgetting the old things. That's why I'm just bringing something from the old one and putting it here. Enough. Huh?
Yes, sir.
No, that's the reason I did not give you particular assignment right now. The whole problem is this. It's not digitalized approach to study. You learn in digitalized way, this one first, this one next, like differentiation, only 5th lesson. We take one idea and discuss it because we want thoroughly understand it. But remember, all the time, actual problem solving will be a combination of all these things. So while learning, learn one at a time. But later think that, okay, my life is not easy. I have to really mix up things and apply. So that is the multi-disciplinary approach is required. Okay. I'll do a little more on Monday. Monday, Tuesday also will take up for probably I'll try to finish something on Monday itself, the differentiation part, but let us see. Okay. For the present,
Yes,
I'll
sir.
give you leave. And
Okay, sir.
look at, I'll put up this on the YouTube again. If somebody did not follow because some Mochagnya, someone else was not talking, Dhanush Chandra. So you can watch this again and bring your doubts up tomorrow, Monday after tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a holiday, all right? But if Basu
Yes,
sir takes a class, we will attend, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.